The mind produces thoughts all the time, questions, worries, imagined conversations, responses to situations that haven't even happened yet. And many times we feel the need to respond to all of them, as if every thought required immediate attention, as if ignoring a thought meant losing control. So the mind keeps reacting. One thought appears, and another response follows. A situation happens, and the mind starts explaining, analyzing, replaying. And without noticing, this becomes constant, a continuous loop, thinking, responding, reacting, over and over again. But over time, many people start to notice something important. Not every thought needs an answer. The mind was trained to react. For a long time, reacting quickly helped us deal with real danger. But today, most thoughts are not real threats. They are just mental activity, interpretations, memories, projections about things that may never happen. Still, the mind keeps responding because that's the pattern it learned. React first, understand later. And the problem is not the thoughts themselves, it's the constant reaction to them. Because every time you respond to a thought, you give it more attention. And what receives attention tends to stay longer. That is why some thoughts keep coming back, not because they are important, but because they are being reinforced. And this creates mental exhaustion, not because life is always too heavy, but because the mind keeps turning everything into activity. It keeps answering, it keeps continuing, it keeps feeding what could have simply passed. And when this happens all day long, the mind rarely feels quiet. There is always something to solve, something to explain, something to mentally revisit. But there is another way to approach this. When you start observing thoughts without immediately responding, something begins to change. The urgency fades, the reactions slow down, and you start to see thoughts for what they really are. Temporary, passing. Not all of them deserve continuation. Not all of them need your energy. And this takes practice, because at first the mind will still try to respond. But with time, that pause becomes natural, and in that space, clarity begins to appear. Less noise, less pressure, less need to react. Maybe the mind doesn't need more control. Maybe it needs more space. Not every thought needs an answer. Be prosperous from the inside out.